Good day, friends! I am Nicholas M. Krohn, the Chief Executive Officer of Krohn'Stories Books. And I am drinking coffee, the lifeblood of the creative juices. I'm also currently not driving right now because, don't drink and drive. More espresso, less depresso. And speaking of less depresso, I am so pumped about all the work that is being done lately. I'm also a little frazzled by the workload. I'm stressed! But I am still very excited. We have a lot of great things coming down the pike for Krohn'Stories books. But for all of you out there who are new to Krohn'Stories, I felt that a bit of a book teaser was needed, because sometimes we can be following somebody, but we're not really sure why. For instance, there's many people I follow on Instagram. I love to read, and I love to support self-published authors, but also there's many self-published authors out there that are marketing their stuff and, making memes and videos and other things like, oh, yeah, it finally came in the mail, here's the cover, all that stuff. But they don't actually say what their book is about. And I'm like, well, this looks great, but what am I going to read? Because if it's a horror or something like that, I'm not reading it. I want to make sure it's actually something that I would really genuinely like. And so that's what we're doing here today with my stuff. And since I have 10 little paper children, I thought it would be rather arduous to tackle all of them in one video. So each one is going to get its own video. And by the way, that's a figure of speech. I don't tackle my little paper children. I love them. Books deserve respect. Behold my small but beautiful library of entertaining insecurities. So, as the tradition of the elders dictates, we must start this in chronological order. All right. Scoefield was the very first one that started this all. And yes, it does have an E in there. 2 E's, actually. And that's a funny story, but I'll not bore you with that right now. My historical fiction novel that started it all off. Now, this is a story of a German boy named Henry moving to the United States of America right as the Great Depression hits. Worst luck ever. He befriends a young man by the name of Scoefield and his sister Sarah. They rally together to help each other through such trying times, and in all the while, Henry is burdened for their souls and tries to witness to them. 'Tis a story filled with drama, singing, destitution, romance, betrayal, and quite a bit of soda drinking, more so than you would think would be in a Great Depression novel. Furthermore, probably 2 of my biggest compliments come from center around this novel, which is it's really cool, let me tell you. All right, so first off, I had a history teacher actually tell me that it was very accurate. His review is actually on Amazon if you want to check it out and see all that he has to say. But he says, I won't buff it up too much, but basically a history teacher saying that you've studied the era is, I don't know, I feel like that's a big praise. The second one I think is way bigger, and it was so sweet because I knew this lady. We both worked in Oklahoma City together, and she was actually she actually lived in America during the Great Depression. So, yes, she was a very older lady. No offense, Asta. But she was an older lady, and she was German, actually. And so she grew up as a German American in the middle of the Great Depression. And she said, is this a true story? Because this is what it felt like being a German in the middle of the Great Depression. And I was like, no, it's not a true story, but that's a great compliment to feel that it was felt so accurate that actually someone from that era with that heritage said, this is how it was like. So, I don't know, maybe I'm tooting my own horn too much, but it was really exciting time for me. By the way, Asta, if you happen to be seeing this video, I say hi, and Jeremy probably says hi too. I didn't ask him, but, Jeremy always loves to say hi, so hi! Scoefield is not a true story. I wrote it to reverence God and to to revisit one of the darkest times in 1900s America. Now, it's a very important part of our history, though, because there are many things that came out of that time. Of course, World War II shortly came after, and it also, I think, showed many people that even in the midst of such darkness and such desperate times, God can still bring you through. God's light can still shine even in the darkest of circumstances. And I mean, that's a truth that we can still hold on to today, and especially with all that's been going on lately, it's something that I really want to hold on to. Lastly, I would like to say that Scoefield is not a kid's book. It's got like a picture of a young man on it, and you think, hey, maybe it's for kids. It's not for kids. It deals with real life circumstances in relatively accurate historical times. There are some things I got wrong in it. I apologize. So I would say, my personal opinion, I would say teenager or above. But if I do say so myself, I do think it is a pretty good book. You should check it out if you feel interested. If historical fiction is your thing, this is definitely one to visit, and it comes with some great books afterwards. Check it out on Amazon, give it a read, send me a message, or maybe even just check out my website, Krohn'Stories.storyad.com. And it's probably going to be like right here. But that's Krohn'Stories.storyad.com. And until I get a next book trailer out to you, honor God, make good choices, and tell someone you love them today. Have a good one. Toodles!